Thank you so much for watching this online video tutorial. Like, comment, and share, as well as subscribe to our channel at Good Better Best Online Videos for more video content.
Hi again, everybody. Last week we dealt with arithmetic sequences, and today we are going to be dealing with geometric sequences. So the first thing that I want to introduce you to is the new formula that we are going to be using, which is Tn is equal to AR to the power n minus 1. So what you'll see, the A is still the first term, but we have an R, and the R is for ratio. In arithmetic sequences, we had a common difference, and in geometric, we have a common ratio. And how do we find the common ratio? We find the common ratio by saying T2 divided by T1. So because it's a common ratio, T2 divided by T1 must be the same thing as T3 divided by T2. Also, something I'd like for you to remember is that if T1 is equal to A, then T2 is equal to A times R, T3 is equal to AR2, and all of this comes from the formula. Let me show you how we would do it. If they had asked you to find, for example, the 60th term, okay, what we would do is we would write T60 is equal to AR n minus 1. But what is n? It's 60. So it's going to be AR 60 minus 1, which is AR 59. So you can see that it's just going to be one less. That value is just going to be one less than the term that they've asked you to find. Okay, so that's just something that you must keep in mind because you need to apply it without them actually telling you that you need to apply it. Let's look at our first example. It says determine the fourth and the eighth term of the geometric sequence 9, 3, and 1. So we can see that our first term is 9. Our ratio is T2 divided by T1, which is 3 divided by 9, which is a third. They've asked us to find the fourth and the eighth term, and all we are going to do is substitute that into the formula. T4 is equal to AR3. What is A? A is 9, so it is 9 times our ratio to the power 3, which gives us 9 times 1 over 27, and that simplifies to a third. Then T8 is equal to AR to the power 7, 9 times a third to the power 7, and that gives us 1 over 243. Let's look at example 2. Example 2 says determine the first three terms of the geometric sequence with T2 equal to negative 4 and T5 equal to 4 over 125. So, guys, unless they give us A and R, we know that it's quite likely we are going to end up with a simultaneous equation. And they've given us T2 and they've given us T5. And so we know we need to work with what they're giving us to solve for either A or to solve for R. Okay? So what do we have here? We have T2 is equal to AR. We know that from the formula, which is equal to negative 4, and T5 is equal to AR4, which is equal to 4 over 125. Now, if we divide the two equations, if we say equation 2 divided by equation 1, we can say that that's AR4 divided by AR. The A's will cancel, and when you divide exponents, what's expected of you? You need to subtract them. So that's going to be R to the power 4 divided by R to the power 1, which is R to the power 3, and then 4 over 125 divided by negative 4 over 1 is negative 1 over 125. So if R cubed is equal to negative 1 over 125, then R will be equal to negative 1 over 5. So we have only found the ratio. We have not found the first three terms yet. And what we are going to do with our ratio is we are going to substitute into one of the two equations that we had, either equation 1 or equation 2. I chose to substitute into equation 1, and so therefore AR is equal to negative 4, and we have A times negative 1 over 5 is equal to negative 4. And if we divide by negative 1 over 5 on both sides, we'll find that A is equal to 20. And once you have your A value and apply your ratio to it, where we are, in this case, multiplying by negative 1 over 5, we are going to say 20 times negative 1 over 5 is negative 4. And if we multiply negative 4 times negative 1 over 5, we are going to get positive 4 over 5. These are the first three terms of the sequence. Let's look at example 3. Now, example 3 is slightly different. It says the geometric sequence 1, 3 over 2, and 9 over 4 has a term equal to 243 over 32. Which term is this in the sequence? So what you need to remember whenever they say has a term equal to, that is going to be your Tn value, right? Which term is this in the sequence? So we have our formula. Our formula is Tn is equal to AR n minus 1, with A being equal to 1, and our ratio is 3 over 2. What we are going to do is substitute all of that information in. So we have 243 over 32 is equal to 1 times 3 over 2 to the power n minus 1. So now what we need to do is we need to reduce 243 over 32 to a fraction, all right? And if we look at this here, we have 3 over 2. Can we reduce that to 3 over 2 as well? Yes, we can, because 3 to the power 5 is 243 and 2 to the power 5 is 32. So what happens is that we have 3 over 2 to the power 5 and 3 over 2 to the power n minus 1. What happens in exponents when our bases are the same? They cancel, and that makes our exponents equal to each other. So 5 is equal to n minus 1, and therefore n is equal to 6. So 243 over 32 is our sixth term. I'd like to thank you for joining us today. I hope you found this video informative. Please do comment, do share, and get your friends to watch with us. We can all learn together. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.